I'm so bored. I just go shopping. You know what? Yeah, we're doing it. Come on, put your shoes on. Yeah, we're both going out. That's why I said we. That lame look of yours is grinding my gears. Here, have a toy to lighten up. You're busy with work? Who cares about some boring-ass work? Just one thing. Don't lose sight of this little doll, or it'll vanish in a blink of an eye. Man, I'm so hungry. But as they say, gourmet food takes a gourmet cook. My brother's a great chef. You get hungry at one of our family reunions, just call him up and he'll take care of you. Now that's what I call service. Rhode Island food tastes like crap compared to his. Lungmen's a pretty chill place, but their cuisine, it's got no kick to it. How can they eat that flavorless baby food? Listen up. Spice is a way of life. Once you taste a little pleasant pain and feel the explosion of heat on your tongue, you realize what you've been missing all this time. I used to just focus myself on what I needed for daily life. But I'm the type to really absorb my surroundings. And somehow or other, I keep getting into fights. So I guess I could say it feels weird to not carry a weapon around. So it goes, I guess. Rituals get passed down from generation to generation. Not because they have any inherent meaning, but because people find their own meaning in them. A performance has its rewards, and a wish has its fulfillment. And when one of my favorite stories is involved, you bet your ass I'm gonna participate. If you're out of touch with reality, you'll end up crushed beneath its boot sooner or later. You think that's common frickin' sense, but some of my siblings ignore reality for what it is. Their dull lives are only gonna get harder for them as time goes on. Your dreams turn to haze when you've lived as long as I have. But I've got better stuff to do than dream all day, and that's why I feel so alive. Sure, life is suffering, but seeing people carve something out for themselves is incredible. And as for you, think you got what it takes to be the anvil to my hammer? Blacksmithing may just be a regular old occupation, but it was also part of early civilization. I'll keep metallurgy well and alive even if everything else dies out. That's the future I chose for myself long ago. And you've made important choices before, haven't you? Don't ever go back on them. Stay true to the end and see it through. That's what it means to complete something. You're sleeping again? Wake up, sunshine! We're going shopping! Come on, hurry! Anybody home? Heard from one of your guys that I can make a comfy living here. Something about free lodging and food with plenty of free time left over? This area is for staff only? Don't be like that. You make it sound like I don't belong here. Huh? What good do you think this stuff's gonna do me? Skills like these are only useful to people who value them. A promotion? That takes me back. I got something like this once before. Anyway, that's cool, I guess. You have my thanks. People are like tools. You can classify them. And you? You're an interesting one. Or should I say, unusual. I could forge you a good sword, but since you ain't gonna swing it, let alone fight in the first place, it'd just be a waste of metal. Guess one thing's never gonna change with time. Swords will inevitably clash. Say what? Lead the team? Never led anyone before, but I'll guess I'll try. A smith's gotta be ready to pay the debt accrued by the weapon she forges. My sword's gonna cleave your bodies and values alike. Oh, you want me to handle this personally? A knife, a life. Weapons are the basis for society. When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms? Let's just get this done with. You dare strike my shield with your spear? That's gonna end with you in pieces. My body burns at over 1,400 degrees. Even a virtuous king must from time to time look to the sword. Why do I gotta waste my precious time on the likes of you third-rate amateurs? Not bad. I see some faint promise in you. These small fry ain't even close to quelling my hunger. Man, you sure messed up. What did I tell you about air bubbles weakening the iron? Terrible. If I really let myself loose, things would get a whole lot nastier. For everyone involved. Mind if I do some redecorating in here? Dude, stop it. Hold still. I'm making you a little something for your ear. It'll look great. Just don't move. Arknights. Yo, doctor. You had lunch yet?
Huh? Did I not explain that you were forbidden to enter without my express permission after knocking? Oh, this is your office. You're working? Then have I not come out of my room to work as well? What is the meaning of your office? Sachi, I'm still sketching it out. You want to see my painting? You may. For you, I could even give you the painting. But if you like it, I won't give it to you. You don't like it? Then you wouldn't want it anyway. This is who I am. Deal with it. I'm trapped on this ship. If anyone asks, you tell them so, and you do not let them into my room. I'm taking up space? I'm refusing to perform my operator duties? Hello, I am Dusk, the gray painter trapped in this room. I'm not going out. Don't try to make me go out. I don't want to go out. I no longer care for the world outside. Do I dislike it? I like it fine. The mountains and rivers, the flowers and feathers, the pools and forests, the common folk, young and old. I could paint forever. I could watch forever. And yet, I will not go. It does not hold my interest forever. I loathe the word taste. What gives these people the confidence to demand something good, just as they open their mouths to lock the gates to others? It is unbecoming. If you are satisfied, you are satisfied. Should you enter, you must not bar the gate. Do you see the twin moons thinking only of themselves? An opportunity to watch me paint in earnest comes but once in a lifetime to 1 in 10,000 individuals. When the time comes, the strength of heaven and earth are one. Chi, bone, shape, color, method, pouring out as a vast river, fine like the shadow of mountain bamboo, such is my brush. And it will not stop. I took the time to partake of some contemporary works. Films are not bad. They are like paintings. The good ones all have a unique strength of character, with form and with decent meaning. Right, poetry and painting have a legacy. Do you have time to help me burn Nian's mountain of garbage? She is denigrating the very concept of cinema. Please, food? Oh, thank you. Where does this drink come from? It's good. Quite good. But I feel like it's missing something. You want to know what I usually eat? Then close your eyes. Ah? You feel nothing, yes? That's because if you don't look, the food in my paintings does not exist. Take a look at Nian's carefree expression. You know the truth, don't you? She cares quite a bit about our lives and our deaths. As for me, I may not get along with the wretched scribbler, but neither of us care much. When people die, the paintings remain. When I die, my work remains. Dreams are like unto life, like unto the scroll. One sleeps this sleep. Will one sleep for millennia? Oh, doctor? Another contract? Very well. Please don't bother me again after I sign this one. Here. I should tell you here and now. I, Dusk, do not give out my paintings. Not to anyone. And I don't take commissions. A swing of an axe becomes rivers of blood. Do you mean you want me to paint this? Why use a sword? There is a reason. With an inkstone sheath, one may learn the annals. With a brush sword, one may paint the celestial. Is it true? Naturally, I speak off the cuff. To make it this far with me, I should paint you a scroll. But be careful. Do not get caught up within it. The world I paint is much more fascinating than this one. How many have been lost since ancient times? How many have escaped? Don't keep me too long, Captain. What does a captain do? Let's get this over with. I'm in a good mood today. I'll give you this one I've titled Bones on the Sand. Don't go too far. Better leave the fine brush at home. Would any of you like to be my paint? This battlefield would do well with a splash of ink. Too difficult to explain. Let me paint it for you. With the setting of the sun, the brush draws up the peaks. Copy the infinite with the tangible. Bring the intangible to life. I am rather attached to you. Most of the time. Once painting and war were quite different. But with this power, battle is art. Not bad. A failed painting must be destroyed. It will bring shame. Slipped on a stroke? Start over. Do not bother preparing the room for me. I will handle it myself. You'll spill my ink. Hey, don't get paint everywhere. Arknights, what was your name again? Oh, Doctor.
Evocative so. Years and an age ago, the very palace rained and drizzled in the whispers of consultants. Yea, when Yen scholars speak of Sui, that is us and it too. Facts hardly worth covering up. Nian's worries are not mine. After all, I am only me, and my death no more than death is. The only shames would be this wine and world, for at day's end, I love them long. I was of the mind I would finally meet someone past, an old friend. Never did I think this is how you now present yourself. From knowing not one is one, isn't this like a dream? However, Doctor, it is fine to be as yourself. Long have I contended with myself. Myself I shall prefer to act, where the heart is as will, and its utterance is as verse. If wells your chest with depths manifold, wouldn't failing their writing be shame to meet yourself? My tale? Ah, so do I make use of a common brush, naturally. But it is at times inconvenient, as an extremity would be. My body is an unfettered one. Who says I can't use my tale? Poetry, speech, lyric, essay. Though they all differ as their own, they are common in places. A pity that people of now are, by and large, unable to exercise patience, to listen to a song, to read a poem. I take no objection to it. But how must our present scholars suffer? Nian is too impetuous, Dusk timid. Yet to see the two as they are now, it seems they already know what they like and want to do. So why probe at veracity or falsity or object or subject? To bicker and squabble every day, knowing emotion's gamut, is that not what a person is? Doctor, would you want for me to compose you a verse? Nay, I'm simply in the mood. I need not write it nor record it. Wait, if it were a song, that would be quite good too. But to dance a song, I fear I would need some preparation. Good. You sit there and await me a short while. I am drunk? I have not yet seen the sky throw wide, moon rise, seas race, ice break. To wait true for all the world's sobriety would be but the withering of a bud. To want true for deep intoxication would be far too early still. Doctor, now why do you say I'm drunk? Last night I dreamt of you. Nay, perhaps it's you who dreamt of me. Oh, can you not recall? A shame. It delighted me so, yet I cannot share this revelry. Delighted how? That 8,000 years of springs, 8,000 of winters, all dreamt, were no more than a brief handful of autumns. that is all. Clouds ranged as billows, distant run roads withered. I, departed of the vistas, sailed a ferry in late autumn. Ling, you can call me. Have my two trouble-making sisters vexed you any? You've seen me before. Ah, perhaps so, in a dream. Though antithetical at a glance, your nature is quite similar. General, I heed thy order, should I say? Do not take it seriously. I only suppose that if you were truly a field marshal, then I may not mind once again serving as a strategist. Nian was not wrong. This farcical dream of 1,000 autumns is only right to wake from. The river bends 1,000 times. A city lone in desolation, vivid in the mind's eye. To scatter the fill of a brimming cup. To share the sip for a soothed sorrow. Plotted schemes, waged wars, crossed arms, shed blood. An eternity. Unaltered and unfailing in its challenge, to gaze the fire from afar, knowing not its heat. Has it come to my turn? Truly evocative, and thus has autumn made reckoned her arrival. For the marching, a war song. For the fallen, a lament. The split halberd sinks in the sand, great aspirations unrecompensed. One word to address all beneath the heaven. One scope to spare none upon the earth. When will the hate sunk beneath the battlefield disperse? Speak as your heart wills, and be as your intoxication wishes. Another song, sublime and majestic. Doctor, perhaps you and I truly are as two entwined friends. Duly satisfying, as a cup filled to the brim. We should remain level and humble, yet we ought to sing your praises. Yes, you did well. Things disappoint on occasion. There's no need to blame yourself too hard. Leave the rest to me. Victory and defeat are commonplace in war. As we have freedom to maneuver, this is not a complete loss. Rhodes Island's interior. I'm lost as to whether I should say it's reminiscent or curious. Do you need me? What is it? Would you like a cup? You wouldn't? What a shame. Arknights. Why, how are you, Doctor?